Back in the day, a woman that was nursing was never seen as sexual, which is something that unfortunately in the 21st century, now it looks like as if a woman's breast is no longer a place of nourishment. It is no longer a house of food. It is not a source of nourishing a child. It is seen as a sexual, organ, a breast that is full of milk. That never happened back in the day. Hi guys, Safeguarding Officer Jeff. I pray that you guys are well. You are doing good. I'm also good. We thank God because of today. The question is of today, have you seen or watched this small video clip of this woman that is breastfeeding these 4 young children? This video has caused a lot of controversy online. It has broken a record views on Facebook, on TikTok. Yes, a lot of people are saying different things about this woman. A lot of people are talking about different things pertaining this video clip. But when I look at this video, when I look at this clip, I see the power of God. I see the power of a woman. I see the grace of God in a mother. By the way, happy belated Mothering Sunday for every mother in the UK and in most part of Europe. It was Mothering Sunday yesterday, and we appreciate safeguarding mothers around the world. Mothers are everything. Mothers are unique. Mothers are special. Mothers are a blessing to the Lord. Every woman, including Eve, the mother of the human race, is a blessing. If it was not for women, the world would come to an extent because we would not have womb. Men, we don't have womb. Yes, we are the seed carriers, but we don't have wombs. We need a womb. Jesus needed the womb of Mary to come forth. Every boy child, every girl child, every mother, every father, there was a time you were in your mama's womb. For this reason, this is why I just wanted to come and discuss this small video clip and appreciate this mother. I do not know where this mother is from. I don't know her. I don't know these children. I believe she must be somewhere from Africa. A lot of people are saying she's from Uganda. I don't know, but I can't understand the lingo that is going on there. So if you are in a house, Team Safeguarding, and you understand this language, kindly text and tell us, yes, I can understand that language. That is my ethnic language. It's from Uganda. It's from this side of Uganda. Yes, we would appreciate, because definitely they are talking and there are people that are talking on the background. But for me, that's not a language I understand. But language, wherever she's coming from, that is irrelevant. Today, I just want to thank God because of women. Women are special into our lives. Without women, no, a lot of things would not work. The Bible calls them helpmeet. The Bible puts them in a place of the man being the head of the kind of the homestead, the family, but then the woman is the helper. Guys, this woman is a superwoman. I don't know if all these 4 children are his, but definitely they are young children and they are at that age of breastfeeding. Now, breastfeeding is highly encouraged. And we Team Safeguarding, we are pro breastfeeding. We encourage every individual that has born children to breastfeed if they can. I know breastfeeding is not for everybody, but it is critical in a child's growth and development. It is the most richest nutrition that you can get for a child because of everything that pertains the milk from the breast, from right temperature to right nutrients to right minerals to the warmth to the bonding to everything to that is available on time. You don't have to put it in a microwave. It's the right temperature, everything. It's got the right immunity. It helps from every angle. It does not only help the child but also helps the mother from breast being engorged. It also helps a woman from suffering from diabetes. I don't know if it's type 2, you can correct me. It helps from mastitis. It helps from, I think cancer of the breast. A lot of things that breastfeeding a child can be advantageous, not only for a child but also for the mother. So it's fantastic. When I see a picture like this, I don't see why a lot of people would be rude and negative, and to the sad fact that even most of these people are women. A lot of people are moaning and complaining and saying this is a rude, this is not acceptable, it's an ugly scene to see children just pulling breast, fighting for the breast. Others are against public breastfeeding. I don't know where this narrative came out from, because back in the day, like when I was young, women did not have any problem with having their breast out. When I was a child, every mother out there where I was born, of course I was born in the village, I was not born in the city, but even in the city back then, of course the cities were not that big, but even in the city, women did not have any problem. In the bus, on the matatus, like we used to call them, omnibuses, everywhere, in the meetings, school, when the women are walking, there was no problem. Women did not have any problem with just going inside their dress, remove their breast out. We are not talking about hiding. They just remove their breast out and they gave it to the child. End of it. There was no all this breast pump. There was no that. No. Women just went into their chest, brought the breast out and gave it to the child. And the child nursed. That was it. Listen to me. This worked very well. Men and women and everybody back in the day, I don't know where the brains went, but back in the day, a woman that was nursing was never seen as sexual, which is something that unfortunately in the 21st century, now it looks like as if a woman's breast is no longer a place of nourishment. It is no longer a house of food. It is not a source of nourishing a child. It is seen as a sexual, organ, a breast that is full of milk. That never happened back in the day. Well, of course, I'm not as young as a lot of my blessed team safeguarding members. I'm not in the second or the third floor, but what I'm trying to emphasize here is that back in the day, women did not have any problem removing their breast anywhere and just breastfeeding. It doesn't matter whether it's a neighbor, you've gone to the neighbor. If you've gone to the neighbor's house and the child has started crying, whether the husband or the sons were there, you just remove the breast and you give the breast. No man would have, and even if men would have looked at you breastfeeding, they would not have thought anything sexual. They knew that this is a child being nourished. This is a child having their dinner, their lunch, their breakfast, whatever it is a child is having. It is nourishment. It is a child getting their food. End of it. Breast was not seen as a sexual thing. But now this small clip, there's a lot of women, if you go on Facebook and on TikTok, people who are complaining that, she should not be hanging her breast out like that. Her nipple should not be out. No! People need to start thinking that these are children that are feeding. Yes, I don't know, and I'm not sure if all these would be her children, but I do know people do get quadruple. You say, what's the word? Quadruplet. People do get quadruplets. 4 children? 3 is not even an issue. People do have 3 children, a lot. But of course, twins are all over the place. So it's not unusual for a woman to have quadruplets, which are 4 children. They could all be her children, her sons. I think they are boys. They could all be her sons. So I don't see why is people are moaning and complaining and saying, oh, this woman is just nasty, this woman is disgusting, the scene is ugly. No. Why are people not able to see that this is a woman that is nourishing a child? This is a woman that is feeding her children. There is nothing beautiful like nourishing your child. If a woman is able to breastfeed, you can breastfeed up to 3 or 4 or 5 years. I mean, where I am, I know a woman that breastfed her standard 1 last back home. Here it's called year 1. Year 1 child. The child went to school. She was in year 1. And when she came back home, she went, got the breast, started. I think she was about 5 heading to 6. I know a lot of people talk about 6 months. And then they wean the baby. They start giving the baby food. We are in the year of Cerelac. Everybody wants the child to start eating hard food. They don't want the child to breastfeed anymore. People want children to stop breastfeeding very quickly. They don't know how nutritious breast milk is. Breast milk is everything. It's packed. You can never compare Cowgate, Aptmeal, any milk that is out there in the shops, in the supermarket. You can never compare it. You also cannot compare whether even if it's cow milk or goat. You cannot compare with mama's milk. Mama's milk is best. So this woman, from wherever she is, congratulations. Keep on feeding your children. And there is a possibility that these are probably not all her children. She is breastfeeding somebody else's child. That is even greater. Kudos to this woman for doing that, because not everybody is able to do that. A lot of people would find that wrong, would find that gross. A lot of people would find that disgusting, but it is beautiful because unfortunately we do have children that are orphans. We do have children that are left with mothers that are not able to breastfeed. There are people who can have children, but unfortunately because of health issues, because of conditions, they are hindered and they are not able to produce any milk. I mean, I know few friends of mine that are ladies that are not able to breastfeed. Not because they don't want to breastfeed their children. They've had children, but unfortunately their children had to go on this artificial milk. I'm not saying that this milk is good, and really I think in this day and age they have really put in together a very good combination of all this milk, especially like Aptmeal is wonderful. The combination of that milk is very good. It's almost like close to mama's milk, but never would it compare to mama's milk. You know, Cowgate and all sort of milk from different countries and different companies, but it would never, and I say never, come close to mama's milk. Mama's milk will always be the best. So when I see people complaining about this woman that is breastfeeding these children, I'm shocked. These are children that, and I was just about to say, if for whatever reason these children are not this woman's, or some are not hers, then she's even doing a greater job, that she's actually got the guts, she's got the ability, she's got the love, that she can also share her milk with other children that are not herself to born. So you can see how these children, look at the video. Just look at the video. For me, this, that. So guys, I think you've seen the video, and what I'm trying to say, as much as a lot of people are disgusted with this small clip and they are moaning and complaining, I think this is the most beautiful thing that I've seen. Me myself, mama told me that I breastfed for over 2 years. I was a healthy boy, still are. So I think breastfeeding is critical. And I don't know if you guys or you've heard of what we call tandem breastfeeding. So you see me, because I'm into child protection and all this, I understand these things, some of these things that most men probably would not be able to understand unless you're in the industry. So there's something we call tandem breastfeeding. And tandem breastfeeding is where you can breastfeed two children simultaneously. Say for instance, you have your child that is 3 years old, and then you've managed to have another child following that. That's one. So you are breastfeeding the 3 years old, and you're also breastfeeding the 1 year old. There are people who do that. It's called tandem breastfeeding, and it's fantastic. It's wonderful. It's not different from this. It could be that these children are not quadruplets. Maybe they are twins, but they look like almost the same age. Of course, we can see it somewhere in the village, because we can see how the boys are. They just been playing outside and all that, and mom has just returned back home, or she just come back, and they know definitely mama's got milk, and therefore we need to go and feed. So, and she just happens to sit outside there, and she has no problem just removing her breast and just giving the breast. And you can see the boys are fighting for the milk, and that's why each boy is just getting his turn and just holding the breast and just drinking the milk just like that. Mama is here, is trying to move them. You've had enough, come on, let this one jump, this one jump. So she is there just offering herself to breastfeed these children, and I think it's the most beautiful thing. This video went viral and went around yesterday, because like I said, in the UK and I think most of Europe, it was Mother's Day yesterday, and therefore this video had serviced a lot yesterday. And I don't know what you think about this video, but I'd like to hear from you. Tell me what you think about this video. And but I think it's a beautiful video for me. I think it's one that really showcases that it's fundamental for us to breastfeed our children. It's critical we take care of them, and breastfeeding should not be seen as sexual. Breastfeeding should not be sexualized. So when a woman is breastfeeding her children, breast is for nourishment, is not sexual. There is no part of sexualization between a child suckling on the breast and anything sexual. No, that is nourishing a child. That is giving a child food. End of it. Any man or woman that would see breastfeeding as sexual needs help. They need psychiatric help. I said it. Yes. If you see a woman that is breastfeeding, and because they are happy to public breastfeed, because not everybody is happy to publicly breastfeed. A lot of people would use what we call in Swahili a leso, or in English we call it a show. They would put over them, and sometimes this is okay if you want, that gives you comfortable. That's fine. For those of you that want to, you are not able to just remove your breast in public and just give it to the child, and you want to use a show or a lasso or anything to cover your chest area so that the baby then can feed, is okay. That is allowed. But if you are happy to just sit there, stand there, walk around with just you and your baby latched on the breast, there's no problem. And a lot of people are very respectful. A lot of people are very, to be honest, grateful. A lot of people are also very happy to see a woman that actually is not bothered with public breastfeeding. You know, of course, we do have a lot of women who thinks breast should be hidden. But what is funny enough is that we have 90% or over 90% of women don't have a problem having 3/4 of their breast out there in public. They've got push-up bra, they push it, they wear all these tight dresses, they wear all these chest cropped dresses that leave their breast 3/4 out, to a point that some of them you can see the nipple line. You know, the black area of the nipple, you can clearly see. If that woman jumped a little bit like that, the nipple will jump out, the breast will be out. People don't have a problem with that. It's called open grazing. People have no problem with open grazing, whereby 3/4 of the breast or pretty much whole of the breast is out. They have no problem, and they would look, and a lot of them would pretend they are not looking, but they are looking, and they are okay with that. You would not hear anybody complain or say anything. To be honest, they would find that very sexual. and a lot of people would be okay with that. But if a woman is breastfeeding, even when the nipple is inside the baby's mouth, so that you can't see the nipple, you're just seeing a baby drink milk, there is still people that have a problem with that. They are not even seeing the physical nipple, because the baby is latched on the nipple, but they are still complaining. Yet we have here women who can display whatever God gave them, and they are okay, and the public is okay. But soon as a woman is public breastfeeding, the world goes crazy. Hell breaks loose, and everybody want to have their comment. Everybody want to have their say. Oh, she's nasty. Oh, why is she doing that? You hear a lot of people say, oh, it's because she's got, whatever, big chest, that's why she, no, it's about you being comfortable breastfeeding. It's about you. This is not show off. This is not trying to show how much big chest you've got. No, this is about you breastfeeding, because it doesn't matter whether you have a big your nourishing breast as large or small or medium. It doesn't matter. It's about what is happening, the bonding between you and your child. The action of what you're doing is taking care of your child, nourishing your child, and that's it. So guys, please, for me, when I saw this video, I was really humbled. I felt so good that there is a mama out there, there is a woman out there, there is a mother out there that is happy to support 4 children, that is happy to support, regardless of whether they are hers alone or they are also from other people. I don't know, but to my understanding, I'm very much aware there are women that don't have a problem with breastfeeding other children that are of the same age. As long as they've got milk, they can breastfeed any child. They don't have a problem. But no, there's complications and issues pertaining health, because of course everybody, is not alone very healthy and very hygienically sound and all that. You guys know what I mean. But also other people can have a problem. But like sort of I'm saying, back in Africa, in the village and all that, people don't seem to have problems with that. And it's not only Africa. I've seen it even in Europe, in Asia, in all this. I see women in the village just breastfeeding online, the people breastfeeding other people's children. Like I said, there are unfortunately women who are not able to produce milk, and they would like to breastfeed as much as they would want, but they can't produce any milk. They don't lactate, and unfortunately they have to end up using artificial milk like Aptamil and all that. So, but it's okay. But even for those that breastfeed for 6 months, again, we give you tick, kudos, because at least that's something. I know breastfeeding is not for everybody. There's a lot of women that have a problem with breastfeeding because of pain. There's a lot of people that can go through pain, that their nipples are very sensitive and they experience a lot of excruciating pain. There are also people that also go through what we call engorgement. So your breast can be engorged with milk, and the pain and the experience can be very bad. It can also put you off. So if you are a person that can be put off by things like that, you can completely go off breastfeeding. But if you be a person that would be thinking about the benefits that your child and you yourself can attain from this, that would not put you off. But also there are people who unfortunately have breast for fashion. So this breast is not for breastfeeding, it's breast for fashion. So these people that have breast for fashion definitely would not want to breastfeed, because their breast is for fashion, is for making money, is for them showing the breast on TikTok. They need the breast to be standing. They need the nipples to remain sharp, because it's for Facebook, because it's for YouTube, it is for magazines, it is for shorts, it is for making video clips. These people are not going to breastfeed any child, because they don't want what we call sagging breasts. Because once you breastfeed a child, the breasts of course are going to sag, they will drop, they will not be, because what we call colostrum that forms the breast will become milk. That's part of how milk is processed, and once that is broken, then the breast will no longer be sharp, they will be, but that's what raising a children is all about, and it's the most beautiful thing every mother can have. I know some people may disagree, but hey, it is what it is. Breastfeeding is the most beautiful experience that a child and a mother can have. And for those women that have not experienced breastfeeding because of one thing or another, they can tell you it's something that definitely they would have wanted to, but they didn't get the opportunity. So guys, on behalf of fathers and of men out there, Team Safeguarding, Senior Safeguarding Officer Jeff, I would like to appreciate every mother who have breastfed their children. Those who would have wanted to breastfeed but they were not able, we salute you. We appreciate you. Thank you, because some of us, most people are who we are because of that nourishment that we received. The package that we received from mama, the care, the love, the breastfeeding is what made us. Don't forget, a house stands because of its foundation. So a child growth and development will derive from the rich nourishment that they received from being a baby to a toddler to a child to an adult. Everything there, the immunity is received right from there. So when you hear an individual that is going to say, I don't talk to my mama, they have lost control. They need to think what their mama did. People sometimes do bad things to their mothers, and I pity these people, because if only they remembered how their mama borrowed their womb for them, that they could stay in that womb for 9 months. Then their mama went through what we call delivery. They travailed, some women for hours, to give birth. The process of giving birth, I've been in delivery room several times. And then the breastfeeding, how much milk you drank from your mama. If only you knew that you cannot repay that, because I've had people say, okay, mama, count for me. Tell me how many gallons I suck from you and I can repay you. No, you can't. Just don't talk rubbish. You can't. I'm looking straight into your eyes if you're one of those individuals, and I'm telling you, you can't pay your mama's milk. You can't. It's not about the money. It is about what she did. Then, you was a child. She gave everything to you. The milk was not microwaved. It came out from her, right temperature, with right nutrients. You cannot pay that. So don't you ever get it twisted and you say and you think that you can come and start shouting and moaning at your mama and telling your mama, okay, I know I breastfed for 2 years. Okay, count how many liters did I drink, did I suck out of you, and I want to pay you. I'm rich now. No, you can't. You cannot pay your mama's milk. What you need to do is to have that respect for your mom, is to know that if your mama was not there, you would not have made it. So when I see individuals who really don't take care of their mothers, don't love their mothers, don't respect their mothers, they are there, trashing their mothers, goodness, I know you are out of your mind. I know this may sound harsh to some people, but it is the truth. You cannot pay your mama's milk, my brother and my sister. So the last thing that you can do is to open your mouth and say, oh, how much did I suck out of you? That is the most disrespectful thing that any individual can say to their mama, because you and I know clearly that you can never pay the milk that you sucked out of your mama. This is what mothers are all about, and this is why we celebrate mothers on Mothering Sundays. When it is the time that has been allocated for mothers to be celebrated, we celebrate them because of what they did. Mothers are wonderful. They are created by God beautifully. They have the love, they have the warmth, they have the nurturing ability. They have everything that you and I needed when you was a child, when you was a baby, to ensure that they help you grow up and become the individual you are today. So be very careful when you're talking about your mama in a certain way that is not acceptable. Don't forget the holy book. The Bible is very clear about parents. The Bible says they are our second. They are second to God. When you do not respect, when you do not honor your mother and your father, your ways. So people of God, God bless you. If you know this woman, send our love to her. Tell her we celebrate her. Honestly, if she's on social media, we would like to probably get in touch. And therefore, it would be our honor to know or to hear from somebody what those people are saying there. And God bless you. Let me encourage a mother out there. If you are able to breastfeed your child, please do it. It's the most beautiful thing that a mother can do. And if you can't do it, let it not also bother you. God knows that you would have wanted to do that, but maybe there are limitations or hindrances that are causing you not to be able to do that. Guys, God bless you so much. Please share this video. Share it to a mother. Share it to a family. Let us know that breastfeeding is critical. Breastfeeding is important for those that are able to do that. Yes, children come out beautiful. Children are, I'm not saying supermarket milk and all that is not good. I'm not saying cow's milk is not good, or goat or camel's milk. But I'm saying mama's milk is the best. Guys, I'll see you in my next video.